think everybody wants to obtain their mastership sooner, right? If it's possible. So, I think everybody wants to gain their mastership sooner, right? So if I ask you, do you want to be a royal master? What's your answer? Of course. You want to be in the royal club?
Yes.
Right? So why aren't you? Right? That's the sad part, right? Everybody wants to come, but they can't come because they don't have the ability to come. So how do you try to leverage yourself to become better? Okay? Treat this as a business. So a lot of people don't treat ATOMY as a business. They treat ATOMY as a hobby. Yes or no?
Yes.
Raise your hand if this is you. Don't raise your hand. Your sponsor will yell at you. So don't treat ATOMY as a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's a business. But so many people treat it as a hobby because it's free. It's free. Right? It's free. So they don't have to do it, right? I didn't pay any money to come to this lecture. So since it's free, I don't have to listen. Right? I'll just sit here, waste time, leave, you know? Doesn't matter if it's free. Okay? If you want to succeed, you'll do everything in your power to become as successful as fast as you can. Doesn't that make sense? So, is it advisable for you to gain your mastership ASAP? Of course. Why wouldn't you? Right? So, for example, right now India is not open. So let me tell you about India. India is not open, so they cannot get the products. Right? So I have to ship them, the products. So 1 kg of products equal about $23 for shipping. Right? So $23 a kilo. Is that expensive? It's very expensive. Right? But what do I tell my leaders? To buy or not buy? What would you tell them? You would tell them not buy. You would tell them buy? Why? Why do they need to buy? Why? Because you need PV. I like that answer. Alright, so you need them to buy because they need to be ready for the market, is what I always say. Okay? So let me tell you a secret. Okay? I don't know if I should tell you this secret. So every time a new market opens, all the products, what happens? Sold out. Right? So I tell my members who have lots of downline, I say, listen, as soon as the market opens, you're going to lose all your downline PV if your PV is not already built up. Does that make sense? So I tell them to build up their PV so as soon as the market opens, they can leverage off of all the PV being created when the market opens from India. Okay? Same thing with ATOMY in Canada. Right? So in Canada, if you can be a sales master, this is just my opinion, okay? And you're able to grow the business, and you're able to sell, and you're able to build together, then do the math, right? So, how many PV do you need to be a sales master? 2.5 million on your A, 2.5 million on your B, right? So a total of 5, right? 5 million, right? It can't be like 3 million and 2 million. Okay? It has to be 2.5 and 2.5, okay? So, how are you going to become a sales master then? You can do it one way. You buy it all. That's one way. Right? It's your choice. You can't say no. It's your business. Right? It's your business. No one's going to call you and say, don't do that, you know? So, if you buy it all, it's 2.5. If 10 people buy it, how much is it? $250K? Right? If 25 people buy it, how much is it? 100K? You do the math. Do the math, right? Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do this. What you cannot do is this. Not plan for it. Okay? So you just wait and wait and wait and wait until all your little toothpaste and toothbrush members, right, one day, buy it all in the 15-day period for you to become sales master. You're going to need a lot of toothpaste tubes. Maybe all of Toronto. Right? And then after you build this, you're like, okay, here I'm going to do shampoo. And 5 years down the road, you maybe become a sales master once a year. So what am I saying? I'm saying do your business strategically. Be smart about how you do your business. Okay? So in Korea, we have hagwons. Do you know what a hagwon is? It's an academy, right? Where you go to study, right? It's a study, what do you call it?
Extra.
Extra.
You guys don't have hagwons here? After school academy? Yeah. So after school academy, right? And in Korea, you have SAT, ACT, TOEFL, all these academies that specialize in specific tests. Okay? When you go to the ACT, let's say, do you guys take ACT here? Oh, in the States you do, right? So let's say that there's an exam, okay? College entrance exam. A student who studies without knowing anything, just studies whatever the school teaches them, and the student who's prepped to understand how to answer the questions, who do you think is going to do better on the test? They're both the same level of IQ, okay? Who's going to do better? The person who has strategically planned, right? So who's going to do better in anatomy? The person who just randomly makes toothbrush consumers? No. People who plan to grow the business together. This is what I get to see. I'm an auto sales master, right? Every day I get millions of TV. So I don't have to worry about planning, right? I don't have to worry about, in the very beginning, if you have, this is what I did. I strategically planned. Let's say I have 270K on my A, and I have 300K on my B on, what's today's date? Let's just say 9/24, okay? And the next day, on 9/25, somebody on my A line buys 200K. And then on my B line, somebody buys 100K. What are you going to do? Huh? You're going to go to the 24th, buy 30K. And then get that and keep this. If you don't understand this, you don't know how to strategically plan. Right? Well, I don't need the 30K, is what you'll say, right? Yes, you do. That's the answer. So you have to understand how to strategically do your business, or else you're going to be losing a lot of things that you could gain, right? And this, you can go and create new consumers with the 30K, right? And or if you leave it alone, then what's going to happen? You're going to flush out all this PV, right? So if you don't understand this, you need to. Your sponsor, you need to scold your sponsor for not teaching, right? So sponsors teach your partners how to strategically plan. So once you understand the system, you're able to gain your mastership in an easier manner. That's the whole point. Okay? You're able to get your test results, right? Just like the person who's studying for that specific test, they prep for it so they can get a higher score easier than this person who didn't prep for it. Right? So if you want to gain and teach, then this will be fun for your whole group, because your whole group may burn out if they're working 300 hours like I did and only making $70 a month. They're not going to want to keep working 300 hours for $70, right? But that same person, you can up their income by helping to create with their downline members together. It's a team effort.